Hello underachievers! So before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know that I released a new song last month called Worms. It's really cool. It's about worms and there's a music video as well, which is really fun to watch. So if you want to look at that, check out the link in my description. I also have new merch, and if you didn't know already, I'm going on tour in the UK in September, and so many of the tickets are nearly sold out. The last time I checked, London had 19 tickets left. Leeds, Birmingham and Nottingham are very close to selling out as well, so if you want to grab them and you want to come see me at September, do it now, because there's not going to be any tickets left by September. So today, what are we doing? Well, as you can see, gay. That's right, today we are reacting to straight TikToks, which I've never ever done before. Nobody's ever done that before. I don't know what you're talking about. Every time I make a video like this, I need to do a disclaimer. We don't hate straight people here. I actually know lots of straight people. On this channel, we don't judge people for their sexuality. However, we do laugh when people do silly, obnoxious, heteronormative things that they don't need to do. We laugh at them. Do we laugh with them? No. But of course, I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with being straight. It's just a fun little video about straight people doing silly things that, you know, are very stereotypically straight. So this first one starts off with asking, what's the worst thing your mother-in-law has said to you?
I don't know if this is a bad or a good thing, but her mom calls me big boy all
She
the time.
doesn't mean it like that.
Immediately, I'm not getting any good vibes from anybody right now. Not getting good vibes from the mother-in-law. And then I assume the wife, the girlfriend, you know, she's upset about it, which I would be too.
Nah, she means it like that.
No, she doesn't.
I think she wants.
You're fat. That's why she calls you big boy.
No.
You're fat, that's why she calls you big boy. That's weird. I don't like the lady's tone. It stresses me out. It gives me anxiety. If someone spoke to me like that, I could not be in a relationship with them. I would be stressed the f*** out. Oh, and also the obvious issue of saying somebody is fat in a derogatory way. It's not nice. What else have they got to say?
We can ask her.
Ask her.
Okay, I'll ask her.
Hello?
Hey, Miss B.
Weird. I don't think you should be flirting with your partner's mother. Even as a joke. Bit weird.
Hey, Miss B.
Hey, big boy.
Okay, she does mean it in that way. He was not lying. I would like, what's the word when you, your parents become unparent? Emancipation. I would get emancipated.
What's going on, Miss
Mom.
B?
Tell him that you only call him big boy because he's a fat ass.
I didn't know my daughter was with you.
I know, I usually call you when she's not around, that's why.
I'd rather not watch that again. So that's weird. We can agree that that's weird. I assume half of these videos are going to be like set up. I've seen a few of these guys' videos and it's pretty obvious that they're kind of like playing a character or like playing exaggerated versions of themselves. But we're going to watch one more of their video because they had a lot of content. I didn't want to make this entire video about them. I could.
Hey, daddy.
Hey.
I hate this already. Why is there a trend of straight guys on TikTok being like, oh no, when she says, hey daddy, and I say hey and her dad says hey and it's really awkward. I just feel like that's not really a situation that happens. I feel like if you're around her father, you'd probably be more wary about responding to daddy. I just feel like you would. I don't think any of this is real, and it angers me that it angers me. Because it's not real. But my question is, if that is her actual dad, how did they approach her dad and be like, oh, by the way, can you film this TikTok with us? You know how your daughter calls me daddy? Like, how do you approach that subject? Are you just like, oh, yep, can you just film this video? Oh, God. This is 2 seconds, we're 2 seconds in. So let's go.
Why the f*** are you responding to that?
Ish. Did you just yourself? Are you still yourself?
This motherfucker just himself! God damn it!
This motherfucker just himself. I feel like their target audience is maybe like 10-year-olds, so maybe it's wrong of me to judge this TikTok, but I'm not a fan. So this one could go either way. The caption is, when she tells me that she is trans for the first time. I'm scared. By the way, I didn't find these myself. I just went through the links that you guys sent me for straight TikToks. So we'll see. He said, "Come here, bring that here." Maybe there's a lot to unpack here that I do not have the time to unpack. Very nice that, you know, he's not being transphobic. I think if it was the other way and it was like a guy being like, when she tells me that he is trans for the first time as a gay guy and he's like, come here, bring that bussy here, I would not feel particularly comfortable with that. But I guess I don't know. I find it funny. Thank you, straight man, for making me laugh. I don't want to judge it. I don't want to, so we'll move on. So there are many different genres of, you know, straight TikTok, and this particular straight TikTok, this is the kind of TikTok that I would imagine when somebody says straight TikTok. It is a grown-up man, an adult man, shirtless, simulating sex. With who? I don't know. I mean, maybe this guy is not straight. The caption says when they're trying to fit it all in. So maybe this is a bisexual. Maybe I am unfairly judging him. But either way, this is a straight man action. If this is a bisexual, he is doing a straight man action by making a TikTok pretending to have sex on an app where there are 9-year-olds that can see it. God, like, I'm 22, and, like, I saw a lot of stuff on the internet when I was younger. Some very grotesque, some very shocking things that I can't get out of my head. But if I was 7, and I was just scrolling through TikTok and this man came up, I'd be very confused, and probably a bit disturbed. So let's just watch it. We'll get through it together already. Okay, let's go. He says, "Go little rock star," and then smiles at the camera. This guy just wants everybody to know that he is a big That's why he made this video. He wants you guys to know that he has a big He wants you guys to know that he has sex. He wants you guys to know that he's built. He's very strong. Very good job, sir. Not a fan of the TikTok idea. Maybe TikTok is not the best place to tell everyone that as a grown man you have a big because I assume it probably is bigger than the majority of your demographic because they're probably, pre-puberty. I'm just gonna show one more TikTok of him and then we'll move on, but here he is again. Okay. Took his belt off, and right. I mean, it was a good transition. Was it? Was it a good transition? I guess it was a good transition, but yes, very bricked up man, very, very horny, I've never had sex with someone and that is what they did. Maybe I'm missing out, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not. I don't want this man. It's very strange. Just very strange. And I don't like the idea that people scrolling through their TikTok will have this man being like, POV, we're about to have sex. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. If you want to start a 18 plus TikTok, then go ahead. But maybe just don't do this. Just don't do it. This one, you know, this, again, it's, they don't get better. They get worse. So the caption of this is, when they finish in 3 minutes and all you did was lay there. So I can't play you the audio because it's got a little Justin Bieber song over it. And by little Justin Bieber song, I mean one of the songs that he sang when he was 13. Which makes this worse. But, it's... Let's just play it. Let's just play it. A man has just either tied himself up or asked somebody else to tie him up, which I don't have a problem with you tying yourself up. It's just weird to put this on TikTok with an audio of a 13-year-old boy singing. Also, when they finish in 3 minutes and all you did was lay there, I don't believe you. Doesn't matter how big your is. That's very unlikely that happened, okay? Unless they is plural and maybe they're having sex with each other rather than just you. Next, so a genre of straight TikTok that I love is the ones where straight guys who are very, very, very just really obnoxious, just not fun at all. They go out on the street with a microphone and try and pick up girls, so let's see.
Are you single?
Maybe, why?
Do you think I'm attractive?
You're super hot, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that actually work? Like, I don't know if this is set up, but do you think it actually works when a guy approaches a girl and he lifts up his top and he's like, yeah, got abs, by the way? You like that? I don't, like, that would be a massive turn off. I mean, not that I'm a girl, but I like men, and I've never had a man do that to me. Maybe I'm ugly. Maybe that's why they don't do this. Maybe you have to be really pretty for a man to approach you and lift up his shirt. But that's not, that would not do it for me. That would actually turn me away. That would be a red flag. Like, good job for working out, but weird. Weird.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can I get your number then?
Screw the number. Why don't you just kiss me now?
Kiss you now?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah! Okay. Now they're kissing. I think that was set up. I don't like it. I don't like that a lot of these straight TikToks are just like these guys' fantasies and they just film themselves doing it. Like the guy tying himself up. The guy simulating having sex. All these situations where these straight guys are just like, oh no, she called me daddy in front of her dad. Like, are these just your fantasies that you've not quite lived out? Like maybe you've not communicated them to your partner? I don't know. I just wish we wouldn't do the whole, you know, I just wish we wouldn't do the whole thing, any of this on TikTok. So this next one is of a young man. He has tattoos. He does look very young. Bear in mind, so do I. I'm 22. This guy is probably younger than me, but probably looks older than me. But here he is in a pool. I think this is POV. You are a girl he finds attractive. And look, yeah. That does not happen in real life. I don't understand why this is a thing that people do. Oh, he's born in 1999. Me too. He is way too old to be doing this on TikTok. This is weird. He also has like a machine gun tattoo, which is obviously a red flag, but I would say he could be tattooless. He could have no face, no hair, and still do that whole like thing, like weird. He could do the whole thing and it would still be horrible. Maybe if he didn't do that, maybe I would like him. So this guy says, a girl having 10 bodies is not the same as a guy having 10 bodies. I assume that this is about how many people you slept with. And you're right, a girl having 10 bodies is not the same as a guy having 10 bodies because there's a gender difference. Other than that, I see, there is nothing wrong with having sex with 10 people as a girl. Why is it okay for a guy to do that, but not for a girl to do that? That doesn't make sense. I know there's the whole thing of being like, oh, she's loose, or she's stretched out, which is not true. That's not how it works. And if you think that's how it works, you're probably not mature enough to be having sex in the first place. So again, this is a TikTok with audio that I cannot play, but I will tell you that it's a Doja Cat song that goes along the lines of, I feel like freaking something. So what is that about? So when did straight boys start doing this? Because maybe a year or two ago when I first started looking at these kind of TikToks for research, not for enjoyment. I feel like that wasn't a thing, and why have they just discovered that girls like being fingered? Like have they only just picked up on that and now they want to let you know that as a girl they're aware of your needs and your desires? I don't feel like that, is it? I feel like these guys make these TikToks to like get compliments. I don't know if this guy ended up picking up girls from this particular TikTok, but I have a feeling that he didn't. I don't like it. Like, imagine just a girl, like, just, like, lip-syncing to a song, looking at the camera, essentially, and just being, like, weird. Very strange. Very abnormal. Don't do it.
Daddy's grumpy.
I don't know if that was a joke. Is this ironic? I know people do this in real life. And why does every straight man on TikTok have a daddy kink? Why is that a thing? Don't want to kink shame. I don't want to kink shame. But clearly he has put this in a place where people who maybe do not necessarily want to partake see it. So here's what we call the waist challenge, where the man tries to reach around his girlfriend's waist and drink some water. And he is successful. Isn't that nice? Isn't that crazy that when you reach around someone's waist and put your head into their body that you can drink water? But around the butt, he just can't possibly do it. He just can't get it done. He just can't do it. Now, I'm very happy that he's in a happy relationship with his girlfriend. I am hoping they're having the best time. But I feel like this TikTok was supposed to be like, oh, my girl's skinny and she's got a big butt. But usually on most teenage girls, the butt is usually bigger than the waist. Right? The butt is usually bigger. The motivation behind these TikToks is quite clear. Next! So this caption says, when you haven't had to work in 20 years and your husband just gave you your monthly allowance, and it's a woman dancing to Major Bagala. I like this. Someone tagged me in this, I think, to be like, oh, look at this is ridiculous. Vibes. This lady, she knows. She knows what she's doing. She's happy with what she's doing. She's happy with not working in 20 years and just having an allowance. And I'm all for that. I have no problem with people taking on the traditional gender roles if they so choose to do. Obviously, enforcing gender stereotypes and gender roles is bad. Enforcing heteronormativity is bad. But I think she's having a great time, just collecting her money and doing absolutely nothing. Good job. Good job. So I'm not sure. I don't know much about love. I've only been in a relationship for 3.5 years. You know, early days. But here's a TikTok about straight love, and that's new to me. I know it's not. I know straight people. I don't know why I keep saying that.
When a boy is truly in love, he will act like a child. But when a girl is truly in love, she will act like a mother.
Was this like ghost written by Freud? You know the whole Freud thing? That whole theory? Where he thinks little boys are in love with their mothers and little girls are in love with their dads and have penis envy and all that stuff, oral fixation, you know? So I'd love to on this and say it's not true, but from a lot of straight relationships I've seen, especially with young people, a lot of the time, yeah, the boys do act like children and the girls do have to look after them like a mother. I feel like that reflects more on the ways that boys and girls are brought up and the expectations of them, rather than it does about this particular TikTok. But yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna try not put too much thought into that. Please don't f your mom. So this one, I'm not sure if this is a joke. I think it's a joke. I think this guy is a comedian or a funny guy. Or maybe he's not. I'm not sure. But it makes me, I watched it through once and I think it's a joke. But even so, I'm not sure about it. So let's go.
So I've noticed my wife has gained just a little bit of weight lately. So what I decided to do is for her birthday, I bought her a really, really nice dress, but just a couple sizes too small.
No. No! I know it's probably a joke. I know it, but it still hurts my feelings. Even as a joke, no! Bad. Bad.
Well, anyways, I came home from work the other day and I saw a pack of condoms that were way, way too big for me on the counter. Had a note on it. It said, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in these.
This is not a real life situation. I like the joke. So this next one is a lot of talking that I wish did not occur, but we're gonna react to it anyway.
I have an honest question. Why is it not okay for us to force our religion on y'all?
You should stop there because you don't need a comparison of other people forcing things on anyone, because forcing things on anyone is a bad thing. Sounds already like you want to force your religion on people.
But y'all force your gender fluidity crap on us all day. Like, let me give you an example of what someone forcing something on you looks like. Oh, hey, is he your brother? That's not a he, that's a they. Oh, okay, well, is that your brother? No. I'm not answering that question until you acknowledge.
Nobody does this. Nobody has had this experience. And I don't understand why these kind of people like to make up these situations that happen. Like, they're so... This is like the kind of thing where, like, these are the people that leave an argument and then, like, 6 hours in the shower later, they're thinking of comebacks, but they're too late, so they decide to make a TikTok about it. This is what seems that happened. Maybe somebody told her that she got their pronouns wrong, and she was personally offended.
Use the proper pronoun. I'm not gonna say they. That's just not proper English. Like...
Incorrect. Again. Okay, well, really? Like, I was explaining this like 6 years ago, and even then it was boring. Obviously, they can be used for, you know, plural. It can be used for the plural. But imagine you're walking to your local coffee shop, you're going to a cafe, you're going anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're going, but you see a wallet on the floor, and, you know, you pick it up, and you're like, oh, someone lost their wallet. There, they lost them wallet, they lost them wallet. It's a singular. The one person owns a wallet. Singular they is a thing. It's not grammatically incorrect, no matter how much you want to pretend it is.
I'm a stickler for using correct grammar, sorry.
No, you don't care about grammar, you just want to upset people.
You are so homophobic and so transphobic. See, people like you do not deserve to be on this earth. You're the scum of the earth. This is the 21st century. You need to love and accept our delusions, okay?
The delusion of wanting to be called a different pronoun. People who hate pronouns really make it so much deeper than people who, like, choose to use different pronouns. Like, it's really not that deep. Just, instead of saying he, say they. She reminds me of Ariel Scarcella.
Like, y'all will legit do that to us all day, but the minute we're like, would you like to hear about Jesus? It's like, stop forcing your religion on us. I'm like, bro.
Religion is not the same as pronouns. You could kind of use personal pronouns as names, so that's like comparing, you know, saying, oh, actually, my name is not Billy, it's actually Bobby. It's like comparing that to saying, hey, do you want to hear about my boss? The big guy up there, the big god? Like, it's just not the same thing.
Last I checked, we're not taking people to court for not serving Jesus, but y'all be taking us to court.
Yes, you will not be sent to court for not believing in God, but you will be sent to court for being, you know, be sent to court for disrespecting. Oh, God. So next TikTok. This guy's been asked to film a video of him eating a piece of fruit. And, you know, is it going to be sexual? Is it going to be obnoxious? Yes, of course. So he's putting it in his mouth. He's taking it out of his mouth. He's putting it back in. He's chewing it. He's taking bits. He's dribbling all over it. He's licking. He's putting it back in. He's licking his... He's smiling. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. This is supposed to simulate sex, again, which is a bad genre. It's usually, you know, the straight genre, which is why I have an issue. Just please don't do that, frankly. This guy? Why would you? Why? For what reason? No one asked. They did ask, and that's what makes it worse. This next one is a conversation between a man and his baby. I assume his partner, not his baby. Baby, are you mad? I'm not mad. You sure? You seem mad. I said I'm not mad, damn! Oh my God, okay. Baby, I'm sorry. You always do this. I know just today isn't my day. It won't happen again, I swear. Pinky promise? Yes, baby, pinky promise. Kiss it. Mwah. Want some ice cream? Oh, yes, babe. I'm sorry. Why ice cream? I also don't understand this genre either. Who is this for? Is this for him to attract women? Is this for women to feel like they're in a relationship? Is this for lonely women who are like the equivalent of incels but not horribly sexist? I don't know. I don't understand it. I can't understand setting up a camera and doing that and just looking at myself in the phone and being like, oh, let's pretend that you're my girlfriend. Should we do that right now? Hey baby, want some ice cream? Let me great with some ice cream. Some ice cream for you, baby. I'm so sorry, that won't happen again. I didn't enjoy that. Did you enjoy that? Let me know in the comments. This next one, can you guess the genre from this looking guy? We'll see. We'll see. Let's go.
You like that? Lick it up. I'm not gonna.
Do you like it when he spits and then tells you to lick it up? Do you like that? Is that a normal thing to be posting? Is that normal? See, these people complain about gay people and trans people and non-binary people being not normal, but they do stuff like this. I am on the gay side of TikTok. I've never seen a gay man do that. I've never seen a gay woman do that. I've never seen a trans person or a bisexual person do that. Why did you just spit on the floor and tell someone to lick it up? I know it's supposed to be sexy. I feel like there's not enough people who find that sexy in this guy's demographic. The last one, again, what genre of straight TikTok? Again, yes, the sexy one. Okay, so let's go. Ah, yes, I may need to add some context if you don't understand what brick means. So pretty much what's happening in this TikTok is this guy has a boner in public in a shop while they're looking for, you know, looks like duvets. And, you know, what do you do when you have a boner in a shop? You set up your phone and film yourself. Right?
Give me a hug.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes. How am I supposed to be like, you know, when you're looking like that?
Can I
Wait.
touch?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Camera.
It's very clear they're both aware of what's going on. She knows she's being filmed. I hate it. I hate it. I would like it more. I would not like it. I would not hate it as much if it wasn't clearly set up and he hadn't clearly just been like, hey girl, hey girlfriend, hey love of mine. Can we film a video where I pretend to have a boner in public and you hug me and you're like, oh, is that what I think it is? What else would it be? We know what it is. You know what it is. We know it's weird. I need to stop saying weird because being weird is not bad, but this kind of weird, I am not comfortable with it. Maybe I'm not heterophobic. Maybe I'm weird, sexual, set up, video, POV, TikTok, fuck the camera looking eyes. Phobic. Maybe I'm that, and you're just gonna have to put up with that because I don't see that changing. I don't see that changing. So that was the last video. I hope you had a wonderful time watching it. If you got to this point of the video, comment below your favorite cereal because I like cereal, and I hope you do too. That's the end of the video. I've already said that, but have a good day. I don't see you later, losers. Goodbye. I go to the gym now, bro. I'm gonna get massive so I can make these TikTok POVs. Oh, wait, guys, look how weird my elbows are.